We begin this morning with that epic snowstorm burying Atlantic Canada. Normal life is at a standstill as the region continues to be pounded by that intense winter storm. The Cape Breton Regional Municipality has declared a local state of emergency due to the heavy and continuous snowfall. As of Sunday, as much as 80 centimeters of snow, that's more than 2.5 feet, had fallen in parts of Cape Breton.
There are people who have not been able to get out, or they might not be physically able to get out and actually remove snow. So their doors, like I said, the snow is up more than halfway on my patio doors. You can't just push that open. We've never seen this much snow in such a short period of time. And I think that's really problematic, right? That's what we're dealing with here. It was so fast, so furious, and it's not done, unfortunately.
CTV's Paul Hollingsworth has the latest on the cleanup in Halifax, and it looks like snow clearing crews were busy overnight.
This is, I'll say, somewhat of a pleasant surprise based on expectations of what we experienced over the past, say, 48 hours with all the snow we have received. The crews were out in full force. We heard them throughout the overnight here in the HRM, getting these roadways cleared. These would be probably part of those priority one zones we're talking about. The lesser priority zones would be in the suburban areas out to towards the rural sections of the HRM. But we are seeing evidence that snowplow clearing efforts have been successful so far. But again, schools are closed, businesses have been closed, many businesses have been closed for the past 2 or 3 days. So in many ways, the city is still waking up. Not a lot of commuter traffic this morning, obviously. So those cleanup efforts for these roadways and these sidewalks will continue. But it's worth stressing at around, between 7 and 8 o'clock on this messy Monday morning, there is evidence of some snow clearing success being made. The key now is how much more snowfall will come, how much of this will blow around and complicate those efforts, but still, it is still a messy situation with some clearing efforts continuing at this hour.
All right, Paul, and with me now is the Mayor of Cape Breton, Amanda McDougall-Merrill. Mayor, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Before we get into the state of emergency, can we talk totals? How much snow has fallen?
Yeah, so that's a tricky one. My understanding is out at the airport, they're measuring over 90 centimeters right now. But really and truly, our weather forecasters are saying it's well over 100. When you talk about drifts, I'm looking out my window right now and, my neighbor's house, which is 2 stories, the snow is almost halfway up the house with drifts. So it's remarkable what's happening here.
Really, it is historic. So Cape Breton is now under a state of emergency. Mayor, what does this mean for residents and how long do you think this will last?
Yeah, so the state of local emergency is in place for 7 days. If we have to renew it, we can. If we want to break it and say, okay, we're good, we can also do that. For the time being, it's in place because the essence of this is to keep people home. My rule of thumb right now is do not go further than your driveway unless it's absolutely essential or an emergency. Our plows are really, really struggling. I'm not going to lie, that video footage of HRM and the actual asphalt that they could see, that makes me a little jealous. We've got plows that are actually getting stuck in our roads because the snow is simply so heavy, so thick, and they're struggling. So that is another reason we have the state of local emergency, because one of our requests for assistance is to bring outside machinery and resources in to help with the removal of snow.
And what has been the response, Mayor, to that request? How soon will outside help be able to get there?
Yeah, as of yesterday, there were machines coming from the western and southern area of Nova Scotia, but we're not the only community that has seen this snow. So I'm thinking about our friends in Pictou County, for example. As soon as they get cleared out, and Mayor Mike Savage in Halifax said the same thing, as soon as they get cleared out, they can send resources, but it's slow going. It's a lot of snow. It's remarkably hard on the limited infrastructure that we have. Municipalities are not resourced enough to take care of all of this on our own. This is why we rely on the province.
It is remarkable and jaw-dropping, really, to look at, but your mind has to go to those people who are potentially trapped inside their homes. Have you heard anything about injuries, fatalities? What about wellness checks?
Yeah, so hearing from a lot of family members, actually, who might not live in the CBRM area saying, hey, my mom lives on, Main Street. Can somebody check on her because I know she's alone right now? So what we're doing is, and we did this during Fiona, was we're going to be setting up a system through our 311 line that will be able to kind of monitor and create that registry. So sorry, of people who are vulnerable right now. Also create the registry of resources. So who is out there that has an extra snowplow that can go down, Green Street, and who can do some shoveling, who has a backhoe, who has front loader. So it's all coming together as we endure the snow, that's for sure.
Well, good luck. We're all thinking of you. I feel guilty because yesterday in Southern Ontario it was sunny and +3, and we see what you've got. Oh my gosh, a tale of two worlds.
Well, listen, the sun will come back. The sun will come back. Yeah.
Love the attitude. That's the right attitude, Mayor. Thanks so much. Mayor Amanda McDougall Merrill, she is the mayor of Cape Breton.